Hello, my name is Zathan, and today I'm going to be talking about this woman named Melinda, but her channel name is on YouTube is named Melinda the Mystic Witch. Now, this Melinda person is spreading misinformation about gods, about demons, and it's bringing hate and all types of misinformation. And this particular video, she is talking about Lady Lilith, and she says some things that are pretty triggering. And one of the things, she claims to be a demonologist and a near-death experiencer. But what's also the confusing part is the fact that she says that, she's a demonologist. I get that. She has multiple books on Amazon that she has written, and I believe she also made a book about her near death experience. But she says that she's a demonologist, and she says that demonologists fight demons out, which is, I'm not sure. That's not true, because that's an exorcist. That's one of the things she does a lot in these videos. She contradicts herself. She just spreads lies, and her fan base is pretty toxic. A lot of toxicity going on in her fan base. Now, I myself used to be one of her fans, and I'm just looking at her videos now with a different mindset. I used to think that demons, what Christians call these demons. I used to believe that they were evil, that they want to take your soul and da da da. But I'm not in a religion. Um, I'm not a religious person right now. I'm just kind of looking in. I'm just free. I'm just more like a spiritual person than I am religious. However, this lady is spewing lies, and we're going to be looking at these videos that she has been making. One of these videos being that the video she made about Lady Lilith. But yeah, let's get into it. Also, this is my first video, so I am kind of nervous. Sorry about that. But let's get into it. The title is called Meeting Lilith, the Fallen Angel. I did not know that Lady Lilith was a fallen angel, but um, do with that as you will.
This video for quite some time, and today I'm so excited to really talk about this and to tell you my experience about experiencing Lilith. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melinda. I'm a psychic medium, a near-death experiencer, and a demonologist. Today, my demon dealers, which means demonologists, we don't worship demons, we fight them out.
So, you see what I mean? We're already 35 seconds in. She has already told one lie, which is saying that, demonologists fights out demons. She also likes to call these demons devils. Again, she says that she is a pagan witch. A few years ago, she didn't identify as such. Um, she did call witches evil and stuff like that. Like I said, this video is not to spread any type of hate towards this individual, but to make people aware about what this lady says. This lady has 52,000 subscribers, and I used to be a big fan of her. Trust me, I used to watch her on a daily basis. Um, So I'm just making you people aware, you guys aware, because this is ridiculous. Um, it's nonsense, but I can't tell you what you can and can't believe. That's up to you. And if you want to continue watching this person, then go ahead. All right, let's continue.
So, demon dealers, today I want to talk to you guys about Lilith. Okay, so let's be real. I don't know a whole lot about Lilith. Personally, as a psychic, when I meet souls, I like to not go by what the books say or what other people say. I like to meet people or souls and understand them from a personal perspective and experience. And it sucks when that happens because I learned the hard way about certain souls. But it's a very powerful.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. You know, you shouldn't have to listen to these books or people if you want. You can just go, but as long as you go with respect and you respect them, they respect you, just be nice, which I won't say that she's the nicest person. I feel like she could be nicer, but you know, um she has said some hateful things, you know, a lot of hateful things actually, but um you can change. I believe in second chances.
Experience for me, as well as it's very educational and it allows me to have more knowledge from the experience. When I met Lilith, it was very unexpected. Lilith is a fallen angel.
Now, there's a lot of stories about Lady Lilith. A lot of stories. The one I grew up on specifically that I most definitely heard a lot is the one that she is Adam's first wife. Um, Instead of Eve being the first wife of Adam. There's different stories. That one's more of a Judaic um, story. That's more Judaic. Although Judaism did come first before Christianity, so I do believe that that could have been in the Bible at one point and just um, eviscerated from the Bible. I'm sorry. Um, that's what I believe. It's also said that she is a mother of demons. She's a succubus, mother of succubi, and she's a goddess in some people's eyes. She's just, and for other people, she's just a demon. You know, she's seen as a lot of uh, things. So let's keep going.
I encountered Lilith, it was during the time when I was also still encountering Lucifer, who is a fallen angel. Lucifer is not Satan. I learned this the hard way as well. Lucifer worships Satan, but Satan is a whole other bag of beans all by himself, and he's extremely negative.
Now, like I said, that this woman does have some like Christian mindset. The whole thing of being a pagan is to, I do believe in Christian witches, right? She said that she wasn't a Christian, but she does say a lot about certain things that a Christian would say, like, you know, demons and devils. That's more of a Christian term. Pagans usually say daimons or diamon. That's what they say. She also believes that you can sell your soul. Now, I don't believe that. You know, I don't. I don't think it makes sense, me personally. But that is her belief, and I can't come after her for that. And I won't, respectfully. Let's keep going.
He's one of the worst devils you could ever encounter. There
Now, Lucifer is also a Roman god, but I don't think she did that research, given that she usually doesn't do research on the. A very she made a video about Lady Hecate, um, and she didn't share the background of of the video of the goddess that she was talking about. She didn't share the background because she said she didn't care. Um, that's what she said, and that came across as a little rude. And I feel like it would make sense for you to, you know, make a background, just a little bit of a background. You don't have to go all in depth because you would be sitting there for hours talking about these beings. But um, she was saying how she didn't care about the background. She doesn't have time or whatever, something like that. And I thought of it as a little odd because you're talking about your experience and how she, you know, how you met her and stuff like that. So it's kind of like it's a little weird. I thought about it. So it's very weird. But let's go on.
are other devils in the universe, but Satan is definitely
And you see how she's using that devil. Now, this was 4 years ago. I will admit, this was 4 years ago. She made this video 4 years ago. And I don't think at this time she said that she identified as a witch. But, you know, we're getting there. I think it was about somewhere between 2022 to maybe 2023. Or maybe, sorry, 2020. Yeah, 2021 to 2022 is where she came out. I'm pretty sure that she identifies as a pagan witch. Um, so forgive me if I don't know, but let's keep going.
one of the most powerful that I've ever encountered. We will talk more about that in another video. But when I did encounter Lucifer, I had mentioned at one point about Lilith. And he said, "Oh, yeah, Lilith. No, she's absolutely wonderful." And he was talking positively about her. And eventually, she showed up. It was
Now, I'm not going to say that, I don't believe that she just showed up out of the blue. However, I do believe that it is possible because, well, there's a saying going on talking about how you can just say the being's name and they just appear like that, and that tends to be true. you know it's just like us. When you call somebody's name, they're gonna be like, what's going on? They want to know what's going on too. you know it makes sense. But let's keep going.
is really unexpected. It was very weird, to be fully honest with you. It was very awkward, but it was quite uncomfortable. The second she was in my presence, she was very, very dark, very, very dark, and she was very tall.
Now, just because a being is a dark being doesn't mean that they're evil. She tends to get that mixed up a lot, and I mean a lot, a lot. Just because they're a darker entity does not mean that they're evil. And it's the same thing as, because gods and goddesses are balanced, there are going to be some gods that show a lighter side than a darker side. Lady Lilith is specifically a left hand path deity, so she's on that path specifically. And it would make sense that she's more darker, you know? And yeah, so let's keep going.
In fact, I'm going to show you a picture of what she similarly looked like in the moment when I met her. Lilith
The Lady Lilith from Diablo. you know, I respected.
has
Let's keep going.
so much power. There is no doubt. But she's also a fallen angel. And what that means.
Again, I have never heard of her being a fallen angel before, but you can have your own beliefs. Go ahead. I'm not bashing you for that. Let's keep going.
Means for people that are learning from me for the first time, fallen angels are a real thing from the Bible. However, it doesn't mean that God kicked them out of heaven. This is completely false. Fallen angels, as all angels, have their free will choice to follow and do what they decide. And this is true for all beings. So, not all angels are good and not all angels are bad. And there's that argument about people saying, well, that should be the same about demons. It's not the same about demons. I've met way too many demons to know that that's happening.
Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because given that she said demons and I say demons, demons are, seen as these malevolent beings who are evil, who want to take your soul, who wants to harm you, who wants to, you know, hurt you. They have that intention to hurt you and trick you and do all these things and deceive you. Um, but long before Christianity came, you know, um, the Greek version of what you guys, the Christian, call demons, is daemons. And they were more of a guide, like a spirit guide. They were a neutral spirit. That means they were neither good or bad, but specifically they were seen as a guide or a god. So, you know. And like I said, Lady Lilith, I guess you could say that she is one of those guides, those daemons. Um, because, like I said, she is considered a goddess in her own right. So, that would make sense. Let's keep going.
Absolutely not true. When it comes to fallen angels, they chose to basically fall from their shortcomings. They fell. Basically, they no longer are higher vibrational beings and they went to lower vibrations, which means they are more earthbound. So there is a lot of truth in the Bible based on those experiences from what the testimonies and gospels say. I've never read the scriptures of Lilith herself, but I do know that she does exist. She is indeed very powerful. She is very beautiful, but she's very, very dark and negative. And when I say beautiful, I mean she has beautiful features, beautiful face, beautiful voice. But the second I saw her, it was actually out in my hall. And when I saw her, she was very tall, very slender, very, very,
I'm sorry that I kept pausing and trying to, but I wanted to say on this one as well. She said that she was very dark and negative. Now, that is her opinion. However, you're gonna see in this video that she keeps saying it like, oh, she's dark and negative, she's dark and negative, and dark and negative, but she'll never give you a reason why that, she thinks that she's negative, and just because you call her a fallen angel, a lot of people believe that, fallen angels are gonna hurt you and stuff like that. I don't believe that they, will want to hurt us because they have better things to do. But that is her belief. Um, but she will continue saying that she's dark and negative and not give you a reason why she's dark and negative. And there was another video she made about King Paimon. I'm thinking about doing a part 2 to this one because this video came out before the King Paimon one. But she made a video about King Paimon, and she said that she did not know who King Paimon was until watching the movie Hereditary, which that was a red flag, because how are you a demonologist but you don't know who King Paimon is? You know, the man who's literally said to be a a king of the jinns and, you know, genies and jinns. You know, it's like, how do you not know who King Paimon is? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't believe that she is a demonologist. She doesn't even know what demonologists stand for. She doesn't even know what demonology is. Um, you know, uh, and it's a bit scary how you claim to be a demonologist but you don't know who most of these demons are. You haven't looked into their scriptures. You haven't done that, because the main thing of being a demonologist is to study these demons, study their background, study them, all of that. It's research and research upon research. And yes, some of these demonologists could be, and I'll give her benefit of the doubt, they could be exorcists, you know. They could worship, these uh, beings. They could do that. It's very possible. I'm just a little flabbergasted when she said that she didn't know who King Paimon was. That was a little surprising, nonetheless. But let's keep going.
uh, Feminine, and she had a staff. I'm not gonna lie, she almost reminded me of Maleficent, but a lot scarier. And she didn't have horns, she had hair. She did have horns at one point, but then she would change her appearance. And for the most part, she likes to keep her hair up. And
And there is another thing about this. Um, she makes little pauses in this video, right? I counted maybe around 17 to 18 pauses, you know? Um, so either she deleted some things, and when she was editing, she deleted it, and, or she said something that she didn't mean to, or she just said some BS, let's be real. But let's let's continue going.
maybe some hair down, but she can change her appearance. No angel or any entity is limited to how they choose to appear. What I do remember is when I was talking with Lilith and I started asking her questions, the first thing that I noticed was she was very egotistical and she had a lot of negative vibrational feedback. The way she spoke to me was as if I was below her. I mean,
Now, I would like to just describe Melinda's character in the modern time, because this was not right now. This was in the past, okay? So her character, she is not really the best of person. She does not have the greatest character. However, she is racist. She is homophobic. She is transphobic. And she has some internalized sexism going on in herself, because every time you see her talk about these, you know, deities, she specifically goes after the women and bringing them down. She literally said in one of her videos about, she was talking about Lady Hecate. She was talking about how Lady Kali Ma, she doesn't like her aspect. She doesn't like the aspect of her. And she does this a lot with the, female goddesses. She does that a lot with them. And me personally, you know she talks about how she doesn't like her, basically pretty much her character. At this point, you're talking about her appearance, her character. You don't like that. Lady Kalima is not evil, okay? She is not evil. She is seen as a protector. specifically amongst women and children. So she is not a, you know, an evil being, right? A lot of people are afraid of Lady Kalima, and Lady Kalima is not evil. Not at all. She's literally a protector. So, and literally, like I said, also said to be mother of humans, even. So, therefore, she's not evil, and I don't understand why she said that. But on the other hand, she was praising Lady Parvati, you know, and which is crazy because if that was the case, you might as well just praise Lady Kalima because both Lady Parvati and Lady Kalima is, literally the same. Lady Kalima is just the darker version of Lady Parvati. Parvati is more of the lighter version, you know? They're balanced. So basically, you're talking mad crap about almost basically the same being. Like they're different. They have, you know, they're different, you know, and it's just it doesn't make any sense. Um, they're both light and dark, and they're not evil. Meanwhile, what the male deities she'll praise heavily. She was also talking about a video about George Floyd, and that video she deleted. It was on her, Melinda Lyons that channel. She eviscerated that channel. It was a political channel, and she was talking about how George Floyd died because he was a criminal, which I it doesn't make any sense. She also was talking about how God, she said that God thought it was ridiculous and he struck lightning on um, George Floyd's mural, which is so stupid and so mean to say. And what makes it even more effed up is the fact that she said it the same week. She made that video the same week as he passed away, which is so messed up. Like, you couldn't even wait until he passed on. And as someone, you say that you're a psychic witch, um, a psychic medium, a pagan witch. You work closely, with some pagans and some witches, but you work closely with spirits, right? Whether if they're human spirits, gods, you get it. You should know how to respect someone who is, you know, deceased. And it makes no sense because this man is forever gone. He can't see his family again. He's gone, and it's so messed up that you said that because he did not deserve that. He did not deserve to die because he was what you say a criminal. That had nothing to do with it. That had nothing to do with it. Let's be real. He died because he was black, okay? The cop did not like it, alright? A prejudiced cop killed an innocent black man because he was black. Let's be real. And she says some blatantly racist stuff, like just in that video. And another guy called Adius Dade, he called her out on it. And he downloaded the video before she could even, you know, before she could even delete the video. And it's still there. And in the comment sections, it's like so childish. She was going on talking about how you can't deny the truth and stuff like that, but she's just, That's ridiculous. But let's keep going. She's not the best character, and it made me so mad because as someone who is, um, a person of color, this made me mad on so many levels. On so many levels, because it's like, how could you say that about somebody? It just makes no sense. But let's keep going before I get too mad.
Yeah, I'm short and whatnot. And this was a moment where I was on the astral realm, and when she was here, she also had other demons with her. I kid you not. There, she had succubus.
Also, for those that don't know, succubus is just one. Okay, succubi is more than one. And she said that she's a demonologist. Now, I do believe in mistakes, but if she can edit out the other times where she messed up, like cut it out, she can edit this one out. I genuinely don't think she knew, but succubi and incubi is the plural version, and succubus and incubus is the singular one. Now, I'm not sure why she didn't edit this one out, but like I said, she probably didn't know. But there's a lot of people that didn't know because they'll sit there and say succubus and add an S at the end of it to make it plural when there's already a plural version. And don't feel bad because I didn't know either. Let's keep going.
Her, and it really confused me. I was like, can you hold on a minute? And she was like, okay. And I go and I ask Lucifer, and like I said, if you're new to this video or this channel, I do not worship Lucifer. This was a backstory of how I encountered Lucifer, and during some of my time when I spoke to him, but that was when I was trying to really see Lucifer for who he was and really get to know him. But do I agree with Lucifer? Do I follow Lucifer? Absolutely not. I'm adamant about that. He's very negative. He's very egotistical. And
You see that little, her head kind of just, it was like down and then it went up. That was because she cut something out right there, or she paused the video. So, it was like this little cut, and she does that a lot. And right now we're like 6 minutes in, 6 minutes and 31 seconds in, and she has already done that about maybe 5, 6 times already. Like I said, I counted it, and she has done this a lot of times already. So let's keep going.
he does have a lot of pride. That's probably his biggest issue. But when I spoke to him and I asked him, "Is this really Lily?"
Got a notification. My bad. Let's keep going.
Like Lilith from the Bible? And he said, "Yeah."
And by the way, I am recording this from my phone, and so the audio might be a little whacked. So I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video, so please forgive me. And also, this is my first video, and hopefully the other videos I do will be on a actual camera instead of my phone, but we can deal with it for now.
I said, uh, he was like, "You're confused." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't understand why she's so dark. Why is she so..." The biggest companies in the...
An ad. Hold on, we'll be right back after the ad. Okay, we're back. All I had to do was skip the ad, but here we go.
Dark. Why is she so dark? And she heard me, and then she went, what's wrong with being dark? There's a lot of beauty in dark, is there not? And I said, yes, of course there is, because we're both dark and light. I mean, I love the color black, I love red, I love purples, I love blues, I love all kinds of colors. But she was completely black. The second when she was in my vicinity, her negative energy was permeating, and she was very, very powerful at the same time, though. And don't get me wrong, she wasn't threatening. She actually felt above that. She knows when to choose her battles, and I actually admire her for that.
Most of these gods and these goddesses, they don't pick petty battles with humans, Melinda. They don't do that. And the reason why is because they have no need to. Okay? They don't have no need to. Now you can anger a god, and at that point you need to say sorry. Okay? Like, it's just if you were to angry a human, if you were to anger a human, basically say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like this. Please forgive me. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to say." You get the gist. That's what you got to do. But they don't go around picking petty little squabbles with human beings. Okay? That's not that's not how that goes. That's very um unprofessional. That's not professional at all. That's There's no need really. So, let's keep going.
She doesn't let that, like all the other opinions about her, affect her personally. She has a lot of maturity and a lot of ascension experiences, but at the same time, her being a fallen angel, she has come to this ideology that she believes in woman feminism, empowerment for women. And I thought, oh, that's great. But she would even tell me about how she believes that, uh, succubus aren't evil. And I went, well, what? And she was like, well, they're just as misunderstood beings as I am. And I was like, no, they're not. Have you seen those things over there?
Now, going back to the beginning of the video, I did say that Lady Lilith is seen as a mother of demons, is seen as the mother of succubi, of incubi. Now, this is very interesting because it also shows right here that she did not know what the hell she was talking about. Ooh, let's be real. Um, she said, "Have you seen those things over there?" Okay, well, for one, Melinda, succubi and incubi, they're not things, they're beings just like us. They're just different. Okay, they're not evil whatsoever. Okay, not inherently evil, right? They're not inherently evil. There are rogue succubus, or sorry, succubi. Now she got me saying it. There are rogue succubi out there who will go after specifically men. There are bisexual ones out there, but there are succubi out there who will go after specifically men who treat women like crap. Basically, let's just be real. They'll go out there and drain them. Okay, they'll feed on them, but with or without consent. Okay, because that's more like their payback. It might sound brutal, but I don't blame them. Let's be real. You want to dish out things and then you can't take the heat. You never should have dished it out. Okay, you never should have dished it out. Now, there are succubi out there who do have these relationships with human beings. You know, uh, they have these type of relationships. You can, they take your energy and they give it back in something in return, right? Whether if you need something, you need help with something, they look after you just as you look after them. That's just how it goes, right? However, like I said, she probably didn't know about that. Like I said, the she didn't do the research. Sorry, I can't think about it. She didn't do the research. So, and even if you don't know a lot about Lady Lilith, you didn't have to make this video. Let's be real. You didn't have to make this video. Okay. I go into the comments and I see nothing but positivity. And then you go a little bit further down, you see some comments that agree with her on this one. And, like I said, it, this experience that she said that she had with Lady Lilith, she said that, you know, that she didn't hurt her, which is good. Everyone has different experiences. Um, However, I will like to say that, you know, sorry, I drew a blank. Forgive me. Um, she does this thing a lot where she'll say something like, I was attacked or something like that, and that's just not true. These gods and goddesses do not attack you. They don't hurt you. They don't harm you, because that's not. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? These beings have no right to hurt you. They have no reason to harm you. So I have no idea why she even said that, but let's continue. Also, coming up, I think like a minute or two from here, she's about to call Lady Lilith a madam, and that, you know, I've watched this video many, many times, and that has pissed me off. Like, she calls her a pimp, and that makes me mad, livid. It makes me just mad all around. But let's continue. Also, we're 8 minutes in, and I'm thinking about letting it play a little bit before I pause, and then I'll add my little 2 cents in. But let's go.
I was actually like dumbfounded by what she was saying. It really did surprise me. But the more I was listening to her, I was really trying to just understand. And again, this was just a conversation. I did have other guides with me at some points, and I was still safe. Nothing happened. She never attacked me. She was very respectful. But was she positive by nature of her, natural, organic personality? No, she was very negative vibration. In fact, she drained the hell out of me. She really did. But at the same time, she was enlightening. I mean, I even did agree with her. I was like, no, I do believe women empowerment is important. I do believe that women should have more of a rising energy. And we talked heavily about that quite briefly, but we did get deep into it. And I think we spoke for about maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, not for very long. She was probably one of the shortest.
Hold on, I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's continue.
Like encounters, spiritual encounters that I've had, and I haven't seen her since. I do feel like she might be here because, ironically, I actually did have a major hot flash right before filming. I was actually in the middle of filming, and I got a super hot flash. And when that happens, that usually means Lucifer's around. That happens. So he might be around even now, because when I do talk about these entities, they like to pop up. Has Lucifer ever personally attacked me? No, not once. And I am always grateful for that. However, there was a point in time where he was under Satan's spell. And that's a very
I don't believe that
other
one bit.
story that I will heavily talk about. And he did attack me. He was not himself. And I don't even think he remembers it, to be quite honest with you. That's the tragedy about these entities.
I know I said that I was gonna let this play, but I just want to let you know. Um, in this video, I don't know if you guys know this, but in this video, she has her body language is all over the place. Okay, not only that, she is pausing the video and cutting things out, and I'm letting this video fully run unless when I have to get up and go somewhere, you know. But I'm letting this video fully run. I'm probably not going to edit it. Maybe the little sounds that you probably hear, because, like I did say, that this is my phone and not an actual camera. So please forgive me. However, her body language is all over the place. So that was another reason why I kind of want to look at her videos a little bit more. And I don't know what this channel is exactly going to be because I just made it. But I do like to look in through, these type of subjects, these type of topics, because I like it, this is what I'm feeling a pull to. So this is probably you know, what this is going to be. Um, Probably like a little reaction channel, you know, to stuff like this. It doesn't matter, maybe um, paganism, maybe little skits, who knows? We'll see. After all, I just made this channel, so like when I say I just made this channel, I mean just made it. Like maybe an hour ago. So, who knows what it has in store. But I'm not looking to get any money off of this. I just want to let you guys know, because this is some BS. This is absolutely some BS. But, you know, let her believe what she wants to believe. And if you know, come over here and you were her fan and you want to tell your little experiences, then go ahead, do that in the comment section below. Go ahead. But I just want to let you know that this is full of crap. But you know, let's do it.
Is they believe that they're when they're fallen, they
Let's
think
continue.
that they're rebelling, that they're making their own decisions, and that's all good. I highly agree. But when you decide in your soul frequency to lower your standards of your own energy frequency, you are lowering your self quality, you are lowering your self worth, you are lowering yourself to a standard that's very low energetically. And this becomes a problem because as you move through your universal experiences, it can make or break you. It can make you have very negative impressions from other beings. And this is why it's so important that we do not follow fallen angels and do not trust them. I've encountered fallen angels many times recently in the past year and a half. And
I
some
also
of
don't
you may
believe
be
that,
saying,
but
how is it only that? Well, I just never encountered them before until
I
now.
don't know.
And I refuse to talk about spirits that I've not personally met yet. That's a big rule for me. So that way I am fair in my judgment and I am fair in my critical analysis of energy and of spiritual notes that I make in many, many ways. So this encounter wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. In fact, one of the other things that I couldn't help but notice was that Lilith is a lot like a madam.
Mm.
Okay.
Again, like I said, I was gonna let this video play out, but when it got to this part, it kind of just pissed me off. Like when she said this, it really really made me upset, because how dare you? How dare you? You know, I have never, you know, I have never met Lady Lilith, but it's just like, how dare you? I have never met Lady Lilith, but I have heard a lot of experiences from her, and I have not heard a negative one. And if it is a negative one, it's probably a warning or a trickster spirit. Now, I have heard that Lady Lilith is not for softies. I've heard that a lot. She can come across as strict, and she will not hesitate to tell you what she's feeling. You know, she says if it's on her mind, she's just gonna let you know. And I respect that. So, you know, let's keep going. This is almost a 50-minute video, by the way. My first video is 50 minutes long. Let's continue going.
Is a lot like a madam. Okay, so she's a lot like a pimp for the succubus.
Also, I want to let you know that, if my voice keeps changing, it's because I have a sinus infection right now. So I'm a little stuffy. Well, not really a sinus infection, but my sinuses are bothering me, so I'm a little stuffy. So if I go too high pitch to low pitch, or just straight up scuffy, stuff like that, that's because of my allergies. So, um, here in Texas, we don't have the best weather, actually, especially for someone like me who has asthma and really, 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 really bad allergies. So, my voice will change occasionally, so please forgive me. Let's go. Let's continue.
I couldn't help but notice that. She would tell them what to do, what to wear, who to be with, and it was very, very.
That sounds like a teacher, not a madam. Madams and pimps, they, I don't have to explain what a madam and pimp here is. I don't want to, but they're a lot more aggressive, you know, and that just sounded like a teacher, like a tutor or something like that. Especially for I know what it's like to be tutored. I have I have a reading disorder, and that's pretty much why you know, I suck at talking right now, and specifically because of the reason that I'm shy and nervous, and this is my first video after all. So, you know, um, that sounded like a tutor instead of a madam. But let's let's keep going.
very uncomfortable to watch. I was even flabbergasted by that. I even looked at her and I was like, "You do real? Are you a madam?" And she was like, "That's not really what I like to say, but particularly." I was like, "Oh, you're a pimp," and she was
I don't believe that one either. I don't believe that one either. By the way, I have seen this video already. I don't believe that one either for so many reasons, and the reason why is because I would not dare say that to a deity's face out of respect. I mean, does this woman have any morals? Okay, like that was so disrespectful. It's not even funny at this point. Like it was just to call her a pimp, and she sounded so happy about it too. She was like, "Oh, so you're a pimp?" Like said it so happy and nonchalantly. It's like me personally that I wouldn't go at it with that angle, but go on that approach, but go on.
like, no. And she, it was weird. It was like she wanted to say she was a madam. It was interesting. You can tell when you have these conversations with these spirits that they don't want to be forthright. They don't want to be forthcoming. They like to play around and literally go around in circles and not really answer your questions, especially if it challenges their integrity energetically. So this is, or their moral compass. That's the other one. So this is my feedback on Lilith. This is really all I have for you. I know that you guys have been asking me for a long time, for a while, and I had made a promise to you, and I wanted to keep my promise. So I hope this gives you some answers based on Lilith. There are many other psychic mediums that do follow Lilith, and witches follow Lilith. There's a lot of people that even say that Lilith is also based on astrology. My honest opinion from psychic experiences with Lilith is, from what I can tell, she was very good at spreading the word to make it sound like that it's all about ascension and helping women ascend. But this is a total lie. She likes to keep women compressed in their little boxes, tell them
Now that is a lie. Also, lots of Lady Lilith's followers and worshippers, if she has some. I'm pretty sure she does. Um, her her devotees, um, they most of them are women, and she specifically comes to them at their lowest point, just like most of the gods and goddesses. Um, Most of her followers are women. Yeah, women. And she can also work with men too, uh, but there are very few men that work with her. But they exist. So, it just shows you how little she knows about Lady Lilith. And she didn't put her research in, because if she went into the comment section, she would have saw that there was a lot of people that work with Lady Lilith, and most of them are women. So do do what you will. She helps women get out of abusive relationships. Um, she protects them. She's specifically known for being women, um, the women and children protector. She protects them, just like Lady Kalima. Most of these goddesses and gods, they do protect over specifically women and children. So, you know, do with that as you will.
What to do. She's the exact opposite of all of those things. I have absolute confidence in this answer. And it's really disappointing because when I saw her as an angel, I was blown away. Like, she actually at one point did show me what she originally looked like when before she had fallen. That's the hard part, is because she looked like a goddess. Like, she looks so.
Well, that's because she is a goddess. At least I believe. But, history, she's also seen as a goddess. So, she is a goddess. And, you know, I just really want people to actually see these beings for who they truly are, rather than looking at, a religion who has been known to push their belief systems onto people, even, unalive people just because they didn't believe in God, or, but that's a video for a different day. I'll make a video about that eventually, somewhere in the future.
Unbelievably beautiful, and she really has a beautiful voice, beautiful eyes, her hair. I'm jealous a little bit, but when she came to me originally, however, she was not that way at all. She was very dark, very negative. She had this condescending attitude towards me that was discomforting to me too, because usually angels are not that way. Me personally, I like to stay away from the phrase Lilith when it comes to even astrology. That's just the way that I am, because one of the biggest things that really did stick out was that as she was talking about her name and astrology, I started to put the two and two together, that she was very good at manipulating astrology through her time of ascension and through falling. So she was able to manipulate that with other psychics, and that's how it basically spread like wildfire to fool people that the name Lilith is okay even in astrology. Whether people believe me or not, frankly, that's not my concern. I really don't care what negative opinions someone may have. And if you choose to worship fallen angels or demons, that is at your own discretion, that is at your own risk.
Again, here she is saying that, demons and, these beings, they, they are, like dangerous or something. I do believe that there are some beings out there that you should not be working with as a beginner, but there are a lot of beginner friendly deities out there. And, you know, some people say that Lady Lilith is a beginner friendly, you know, deity, and some people think that, she's for the advanced. And Me personally, all I want genuinely is for people to see these beings for who they truly are, because it makes no sense. As a person who used to be a Christian for a certain amount of years, I can tell you that I lived in fear practically of these beings going to hurt me and all of this stuff like that, and they didn't. They never did. They never did hurt me, Um, they never touched me. They never did any of that. I went through a lot of things when I was younger, and I'm still growing up. Um, Maybe one day I'll tell you actually how old I am, and I'll tell you a lot about myself. But I've been through hell and back, specifically when I was a child, uh, a little bit younger than I am now. But me personally, it goes to show that Christianity isn't for everyone. You know, Whether if your prayers weren't answered, whether if you feel like you don't like the religion, whether if it's just not for you, and it's okay for you to think that, because that's what you believe, and that's your truth. That's what you believe, whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. If you like it, I love it. And this video is not to spread hate towards Melinda, it's just to make people aware. This lady is not the nicest person. Even she has had clients that came out against her, calling her a fraud, calling her all types of names, calling her this and that. And I felt compelled to make this video because I've been watching her over the last, few years. Um, and she has been declining like a lot. I remember like 8, 9 years ago is when she made a channel, her channel, specifically this channel. She made this video about 4 years ago, but she made a few videos about um 9 years ago, and it had over 1 million views, and now she's barely peaking at 1,000, or her recent one was about proving, the demons, Andrew and them, and Dan, stuff like that. They, she made multiple videos about them. She was in love with one of them. It was about Zach Bagans, I'm pretty sure. She made multiple videos about him, and it was more like a little rant. I think he rejected her, and it was hell from that on. From then and on, bro. She let everyone have it pretty much. So me personally, right? I don't want you guys spreading hate towards this lady, because she is already going through it. As you can see, like she said, even in her recent videos, she has candles. She's barely making enough money a month. She said that she makes maybe like $200 to $300 on YouTube, and I don't want you guys spreading hate. And I am mad at this video. I'm mad at her because she has almost 100,000 followers. She's at 52,000 followers, and she is spreading hate and misinformation. And this is not what we want. Now, like I said, don't spread any hate, because this right here is nonsense, And if you see videos like this and you want me to look into some other videos, then I will. But this is just nonsense. And but we got a few more, uh, less than a second. I'm sorry, less than a minute. My bad. Less than a second. Less than a minute. So let's just hurry up and finish this video.
But I do not support this, so I just highly advise that you be wary and stay clear from these types of spirits. So, this is my story based on meeting Lilith and what it was like. It wasn't really very long, but it really was a moment that I'll never forget. So, I wish you guys love and light. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, or ideas, you know where to go. But if you need help with paranormal advisory, you can always go to my website at lastfrontiermedium.com. Don't forget, I also have books available on my website, also and available on Amazon. Demons and Familiars, A Contemporary Guide to Demonology, and Demon Dealer, A Demonologist's Sinister Journey. So I wish you guys love and light. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. A lot of you have been really anticipating.
Okay. Well then, that was a lovely video, I will say. Now, we're going to go into the comments before I let you guys go. We're going to go into the comments, and I want you to see a little bit of these comments. These comments are nice. You know, they're they're nice, you know. There are some that do criticize a bit, but you know, um yeah, so these are some of the comments, you know. And also, I have, you know, a reading disorder. I have dyslexia, by the way. I did mention that I have dyslexia. But so my reading isn't good like that, but you know. If I mess up, I'm sorry. But these are the comments. As you can see, they're very, very respectful. Um, it's when you go a little bit further down, you start to see a little bit of criticism, maybe a little bit of hatred. Um, but I guess that is just the life of being a, you know, YouTuber. You know, so that happens. So again, like they say, Lilith is divine. She exposed you to yourself. I could believe that, most definitely. But these are the comments, and they're very, 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 very friendly so far. Um, they're not mean, but I will say this, and I'm gonna let you go. About maybe a few years ago, maybe when this video first dropped, or not when it first dropped, but a few months after it was out, there was a lot more comments than there is now. There is like 513 comments, and there has been a recent decrease in the comments, and that's because she shadow bans people. For those that don't know what shadow banning is basically like when you ban somebody, not necessarily from your channel, but from the comment section. That means that they can comment, but other people can't see it. And they, you know, the person that banned them, the creator that banned them, they can see the comments, but nobody else can. You can only see your comments, and she can only see their comments. So she has been shadow banning people because I would know because on one of my other accounts, she either I think she shadow banned me or she deleted my comments, but I do make comments on this and make her aware. Um and you know the Adia Stayed guy, like I just said like maybe like a few minutes ago. Um he on one of his accounts, he has multiple accounts. He'll make little comments and stuff like that. And what he'll do is, you know, since she shadow bans him, she, you know, shadow bans and she deletes comments. That is what she does when she feels attacked or threatened or whatever. She shadow bans them and delete them. So I'm just letting you guys know this is Melinda, and she is not who you think she is, who she comes across by. But I think she can change, But I am still very mad at what she said about, these gods and goddesses, especially Lady Lilith and Lady Kalima. That was not nice. Like that some mean stuff she said there. Mean stuff. She could have left that out. But hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will make another one very soon. Um this is my first video, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the second one, but it probably be another video about Melinda because there's so much about her. She has made so many comments. She has made a lot of a lot of things, a lot of videos. She makes candles. She was also on TikTok, but she got banned. So she's more on YouTube now. So I hope you guys like this video, and let me know in the comments if you want me to make another one, or just show me another creator. Tell me if you want me to make a video about them, and I will. So hope you guys have an amazing day and year, and I'll see you soon.